Yeah, I think Steve said it well. Both Steves, you and Steve Gruber, said it well. The president tonight, Steve, has two absolutely detestable enemies of ours to address. I don't know which one's a bigger threat. They're both complicit. You have China and you have the American media, like you just said. First, on the China thing, when you think back now, if the president's going to say what we've heard he's going to say today, when you think back on the end of Trump 45, it's hard to not realize now what the ultimate double whammy that he was hit with. China, now we're going to hear tonight, was hacking maybe voter systems. Meanwhile, their virus was tearing through our economy. The lab leak origins, the cover up, the timing, all of it. You can't look back now and say it was just bad luck for America. It was more of like a perfect storm. We had mail-in chaos, suppression, in-person voting, all of it to keep Trump from winning re-election. Two prongs of the same spear aimed at the heart of this republic. So I think the president has both of those to address tonight. And the media, they're not going to show the president tonight. The president is addressing the nation. Whatever those media channels are going to put on tonight, it's not as important as what the president's going to talk about. I don't care what you feel about him. I don't care what the subject matter is, but yet they're going to spend, and these are the same networks, by the way, who put shows like The View on and tell us that that's we're supposed to be watching that as legitimate news. But they'll spend hours after he's done with his 20, 30 minutes spending every second that they have on the free public airways telling us like your opening laid out. So to me, those are the president's two targets tonight. Maybe he speaks on Iran, but I think those are the things. And the real question for the American people is, how much of this do they want to put up with, as far as, is the president drop any bombshells about what our own government knew and maybe hid? And so will voters accept that our intelligence gatekeepers might be deciding what truths are fit for public consumption and which ones are not? So for me, those are all the questions tonight.
Damon, we're going to go to commercial break. I think it's brilliant tying the pandemic together with the CCP's efforts that we'll hear tonight, and even more of getting rid of Donald Trump. Donald Trump's the worst nightmare that ever come to them. Someone that was not prepared to play games with the established order and not see the managed decline of the country. Caitlin Collins did ask, I thought, a very good question of Caroline today. And Caroline, I thought, had a great answer. She said, call DOJ, call the Attorney General, don't ask me. Your thoughts about when are we going to start? We got about a minute. When do we start seeing some people held accountable for this? And I mean both either criminal charges or people in the intelligence community fired, sir.
Well, Steve, that's a question I can't answer you. I've been having John Solomon on this show for a bunch of years, too, and I ask him that seemingly every time. I don't know the answer, but I think the reality of what we're kind of facing tonight is that we're living in a reality now where formal power and real power are diverging. If some of what we're hearing about what the CIA may have known and may have kept because they were worried about how it was going to affect the outcome, I mean, that's as much voter suppression by omission as maybe anything else we're going to hear tonight. So as far as handcuffs and people going to jail, I don't have an answer for that on any topic, because we've been waiting for that for many things. But the whole who controls the power in this country and who's really running the country, to me, is as important